from the launch of the new iPhones, and the leaks are pouring in daily. Today, in this video, I will discuss about everything we know so far, especially of the Pro models. Let's kick things off with the latest leak about the colors of these Pro models. Sonny Dixon on Twitter recently shared an image of the upcoming iPhone 16 Pro models, and it seems to reveal all the colors will be gay. Now, there's been a lot of buzz of the potential return of the gold or rose gold iPhone, but these dummy units are showing something different, a bronze or copper color. Seriously, Apple, what are you doing? The colors on these prom models look so dull, and I'm having a hard time accepting that this bronze color will actually make it to the final lineup at Apple's September event. There have been rumors suggesting that the rose gold color was considered more female-oriented, and maybe that's why Apple decided to go with this bronze or copper tone instead. Honestly, I'm not a fan. But let's hope this is just a dummy unit and that we won't see this color in real life. As for me, I'm leaning towards getting the natural titanium or white titanium iPhone 16 Pro Max. What about you? Let me know in the comments which one you're planning to pick. Now, let's talk about the design. The iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max are sticking with the same design we've seen over the last couple of years. However, this year they're getting bigger. The iPhone 16 Pro is seeing a screen size increase from 6.1 inches to 6.3 inches, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max is getting a bump from 6.8 inches to 6.9 inches. Thanks to Apple's border reduction technology, the dimensions of the devices won't get much larger. But overall, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, for example, will be a bit taller and wider to accommodate that 6.9-inch display. Samsung is supplying these new displays, and there's been another leak suggesting that Apple will be using Samsung's new M14 advanced OLED displays. These displays offer improved brightness and lifespan, so we'll likely see a jump in brightness from the 2000 nits of the iPhone 15 Pro to up to 3000 nits on the iPhone 16 Pro, matching the Apple Watch Ultra 2. I really hope Apple introduces an anti-reflective coating on these displays, similar to what we see on the Galaxy S24 Ultra, to make the overall experience even better. Speaking of size, the batteries are getting bigger too. If you've been less than thrilled with the battery life of the current iPhone models, get ready for some major improvements. Apple is now focusing more on battery life and better thermal management, especially after the heating issues that plagued the iPhone 15 Pro models last year. Apple is doing everything it can to keep the next iPhone as cool as possible. According to a post on Twitter by Cool, Apple's adoption of a stainless steel casing for the iPhone's battery will allow for a 5% to 10% higher cell density, all while staying within safety limits and meeting new EU regulations. We saw alleged images of an iPhone 16 Pro battery with a metal casing leaked late last year, and since then the information has shared Apple's efforts to overcome thermal issues, starting with the iPhone 16. This higher density battery will emit more heat, which is why Apple is rumored to use a stainless steel case around the battery for improved thermal management. So we can expect the iPhone 16 Pro to have a massive 9.28% increase in battery size, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max will see a 5.7% increase. Keep in mind, this is just an increase in battery size, not necessarily battery life, but with the new and efficient A18 chipset. Combined with better cooling management, we should see overall better battery life, less throttling, and amazing performance. Next up, let's talk about the new capture button. Last year, Apple removed the mute switch and replaced it with an action button that could do a bunch of tasks and be remapped. But this year, Apple is taking things a step further by adding a dedicated camera button to these new iPhones. And yes, this is a confirmed feature that we'll be seeing next month. Right now, there's not much information on what this capture button will actually do, but according to sources like Mark Gurman, it'll help you zoom in and out, plus capture images without even touching the screen of your phone. Some leaks suggest that this will be a solid-state button located on the bottom right side, replacing the millimeter wave antenna on US models. However, the information reports that the surface of the capture button will be touch-sensitive. Apparently, you'll be able to swipe left and right on the button's surface to zoom in and out and lightly press it to bring images into focus, then press more firmly to activate the shutter. And if you're wondering what will happen to the cases we use on our iPhones, don't worry. The new cases will have a cutout for this new type of capture button that Apple is going to implement. And these cases will definitely come in various sizes and shapes depending on whether you want to use that capture button or not. Moving on to MagSafe and fast charging. If you're planning to buy an iPhone 16 Pro this year, you'll make the right decision. Apple is finally increasing the charging speeds, not just through wired connections with USB-C, but also through MagSafe. According to this confirmed leak, Apple is going to upgrade the current peak charging rate of the Pro iPhones from 27 watts up to 40 watts, a huge jump year over year. MagSafe charging speeds are also getting a significant bump from 15 watts up to 20 watts. This is fantastic news, especially if you're always on the go and need to charge your phone quickly. Now, even a short charging session, like while you're taking a shower or getting ready, will pack enough juice into your iPhone to last you throughout the day. Finally, let's talk about the new 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera. This year, Apple is putting a huge focus on camera systems, which is why we're seeing so many improvements across the board. To support a better and higher quality camera system, you need bigger batteries, better cooling systems, extra storage, which by the way is also getting a big upgrade this year to 2 terabytes, and of course better and bigger displays to view all that high quality content you captured. Both the iPhone 16 Pro models will get a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera, but the iPhone 16 Pro Max alone will get a larger main camera sensor based on a custom 48-megapixel Sony 903 sensor. The new sensor is expected to use a stacked design for better performance and digital gain control for improved dynamic range and noise control. The smaller iPhone 16 Pro's main camera is expected to use the same 48-megapixel Sony 800 and 3 sensor that Apple added to the iPhone 15 Pro models. Both the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max are expected to get tetraprism telephoto lenses in 2024, instead of this technology being limited to the larger Pro Max. This means both iPhone 16 Pro models will feature at least 5x optical zoom and at least 25x digital zoom. This is a confirmed leak that we've seen many times. Forget about that 100x zoom, because that's not happening this year. Maybe next year with the iPhone 17, which is rumored to get a brand new design for the camera system on the back, possibly a new 1-inch sensor with the iPhone 17. But for this year, both the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max models are getting periscope zoom lenses that will have an optical zoom of up to 5x, with 25x digital zoom also included. The iPhone 16 Pro cameras could also feature a new anti-reflective optical coating that would improve photos by reducing lens flare and ghosting. Artifacts like streaks of light and halos can appear in photos when bright light sources like the sun shine into the lens, and this has been a noted issue on the iPhone 15 Pro cameras. This coating was implemented last year with the iPhone 15 Pro models, but it didn't seem to make a massive difference. And that's a wrap. I'll keep you guys updated on what's coming ahead, so make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.